All right, so I wanted to just take a few moments and show some of my new pieces that I have got from Coach. Um, I think pretty much all of these pieces are from the Coach outlet, but a few of them are Coach retail pieces from the Coach Reserve section. So I'll point out which ones are the Coach Reserve pieces. And I'm going to start with my most recent, but my most favorite purchase, which is this right here. This is a Coach pocket organizer, um, and I purchased this. I just got this in on, I think it came Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, so it came yesterday, and I love it so much. It's a pocket organizer, sort of a purple color, you can see, with some, the lettering's called Shadow Blue, but it's really kind of more of like a teal almost, has some green in it. I usually have a card in this front pocket too, but I took it out for the video just because you can kind of see a few numbers on it. So I really like this piece a lot, and it's funny because if I were to give someone my description of like what I look for in a wallet, this wallet doesn't check all the boxes, but I think that this is actually my favorite wallet that I've bought in my entire life. I love it so much. It has two card slots here. You can see, trying to stick my finger in without like showing my cards or anything, and then a card slot back here, and then 3 slots up here, and then a slot in the back. So I have this for my most, like I have my driver's license in the back underneath one, debit card, and then my most used credit card. So this is kind of my my new wallet that I'm going to be using. I really like it so much. And then the other piece that I'm going to show you that goes along with it, it doesn't go along with it, but you'll see why in a second. This is my Coach, I think it's called a zip card case or something, I'm not sure. This I just bought. This is Coach retail from the Coach Reserve. I just bought this. There are not any more left, but I keep checking back pretty much every day. I check the Coach Reserve men's section on pretty much a daily basis. So, just to kind of see what they have. This piece is a Coach outlet piece. Okay, this is a Coach outlet piece, and I got it because I really like the horse and carriage print. I have a backpack in the horse and carriage print, but it's in red instead of the teal. And it's funny because I actually filmed a video a few days ago, and I showcased this piece, even though this piece is like, I'm gonna say 2 years old about. And I was talking about how I didn't really use it a lot. I bought it, but then I didn't really use it a lot. And then I joked, I said, well, yeah, watch me start using it all the time now. And that's kind of what happened, because after I said that, and then before this one came, I switched into this as my daily wallet. So I like it. And I carry both of these together. This one holds my most important cards and driver's license and debit card. And this kind of holds, I try not to carry a whole lot of clutter with me because I don't want to be weighed down, but, and I don't have any cards in it right now. This holds my extra cards, like if I have maybe like a healthcare card or a dental card, or I'm trying to think what else, maybe some, a couple bills or something like that, some cash, stuff that I maybe won't need all the time, but I usually have a backpack whenever I go anywhere, so having 2 wallets is practical. But if I had to grab just one, this would be my main one. So anyway, I'll move on in a second, but I just want to look at both of these here for a minute. Again, the coloring on these just goes together really well. Like, this is not an exact match, I know that, but it's close. And one thing I will say with this, which I have another card case that's similar that I'll show in a minute, is if you put your cards in the back of this style of wallet, it makes the case stiffer, okay? It makes it stiffer, but if you don't put your cards in the back, then you kind of have more room in the center. So that's something that I recently discovered. All right, so as much as I hate to put these away for now, I'm going to go on to the next item. So these items are probably the oldest items, and they're not that old. They're 2 keychains. They're kind of, this one's a mock duffel bag, and then this one is a mock backpack keychain, okay? And it's kind of funny because when I very first saw this online, I have a Coach. This is not a metallic print. It looks kind of metallic in this light, but it's just a normal gray. I don't know, maybe it is ever so slightly metallic now that I think about it. But anyway, I have a Coach Rivington backpack, which this is modeled more after the Coach League backpack, but I have a Coach Rivington backpack in gray. And so this reminded me of my Coach Rivington backpack. So I kind of thought of it as like big brother, little brother, this being a little brother. So it's pretty detailed for like a little keychain piece, and you know, you can put stuff on the inside of it. It's hard to do this with only one hand available right now. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and I was excited for this one, and then I saw this one, and so I thought, okay, let me just go ahead and get both. But I actually kind of gravitate towards this duffel bag more than the backpack. I like the backpack and I want to like it, but I really haven't used it because I feel kind of like, I thought maybe I could use it as like a, you know, a bag within a bag, like a backpack within a backpack to maybe organize like some tech gear, like chargers, headphones, things like that. But I kind of, when I use this, I kind of feel like a 6th grade girl, which is not exactly the kind of vibe that, you know, I want to give off or anything like that. So I've kind of stayed away from using this one, but I want to like it. I want to find a way to use it that I can like. So I haven't totally given up on it, but this one, I don't know, I like the vibe. It's maybe a little bit more masculine of a vibe to it. I don't know. And I have it unzipped already because I knew it would be hard to zip and unzip with one hand, but the only thing I don't like about this is the fact that, so when the zippers close, like it has one, this is the opening, you close it, has kind of a small L shape. I don't like it that when the zipper, when you're holding it or when you're, you know, hanging it from a keychain, the zipper closes on here. To me, that just feels very like unsecure. I mean, it's not, you know, I don't feel like my stuff would fall out, but I guess I kind of do. I just feel like the zip should close at the top, but I guess they did it that way so there's less bulk when it's closed. But anyway, other than that, I really like this. They don't have these exact pieces anymore, but they have them in the jacquard, like they have kind of the Coach jacquard pattern with the C's, and they do have the same kind of style, just in a different print. All right, moving on. So this is my Coach Zip L case, I think it is. That's really shiny on camera. I didn't realize that it would have kind of the shiny, there's like a name for it, I can't think of it right now. I didn't realize that it would have kind of that, you know, that shine on it. Like, what is that word? Reflective, maybe that's the word I'm thinking of. I didn't realize that it would have the reflectiveness on it, but I don't mind it. You know, I think it's kind of cool. I got this, and I really like gray. Gray is one of my favorite colors. If you can kind of tell by the background and stuff, I really like this a lot, in this color, except I bought this because I have this is my Louis Vuitton piece that I've had for over 10 years. I bought this, I think I only paid $150 for it, maybe like $190. I feel like it was under $200 because it was so long ago. The keychain on the inside has ripped out, which I'm sure that's probably my fault. I have gotten it repaired once, but the second time it came out, I just left it as it is. Anyway, this video, I could talk more about this piece, but the reason why I mentioned this is because I always kept going back to this piece, and I'm sure I will go back to it. But I always kept going back to it, but sometimes, and I use it as like a wallet, sometimes it was hard to get my cards in and out just because the opening was kind of smaller. So that's why I thought, okay, well, I'm into Coach right now. This one might be a good fit, right? This one might be a good fit because it's a little bit longer, okay? So I thought it's going to be easier for me to get my cards in and out. It has, you know, a little bit more of an opening on the side, but it has the gusset, so I feel like my cards are protected. It has card slots in the back, so I thought it would be kind of a slightly bigger, more user-friendly option than my LV, but still kind of in that same ballpark. Except the only thing that I've noticed with this, and this is a Coach Reserve piece. Okay, this right here is Coach Reserve, so this came from the actual retail store. These two are the Coach Reserve pieces so far. Okay, or the other, anyway, you'll see in a second. But what I noticed about this is the gusset, and I like that it has a gusset because I like that extra added protection. I like the way that feels. I don't know, it just makes me feel like my cards are more comfortable, except the only thing with that, as much as I like the gusset in it, the gusset kind of gets in the way. Like, it kind of, so instead of having this much space, you have this much space, because you lose like maybe an inch, or not quite an inch, to the gusset. You know, it kind of, you can still fit your cards in, but you have to either put them behind either way, or you can still fit them in the middle, but then they're not like perfectly lined up. So it's just a little more, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just a little more awkward than I anticipated, but I do like it though. I don't want to complain. And then I guess same thing with this. I was using the card slots in the back, but if you have, the bunch of cards in the back, it just makes it stiffer. So, it's more flexible without those in the back. All right, and my last piece that I have, this is a Coach business card holder, okay? And I bought this because, and this is how Coach gets you, which I knew they were doing it, but I was okay with it. So I was checking the Coach Reserve men's section like I do every day. I'm probably going to check it again after I am done filming this, actually. Sometimes they have, the same things, but sometimes they do have like some really cool finds there. It's definitely sort of like a treasure hunt kind of thing. Anyway, so this was in the Coach Reserve section. I saw it, I liked it, and it was a really good price. It was only $38, which I thought was a pretty good price, except on the Coach outlet website, in order to get free shipping, as of now, or as of last time I checked at least, you have to spend at least $50. And so I put this in the cart, and then I noticed this was $38, so I would have paid $48 with shipping, because it's $10 for shipping, which I'm not saying that that's not worth it or anything like that, or that I wouldn't have done it if I really wanted it, but to me it didn't make sense to, be spending $50 and have 10 of it go to shipping. I thought, well, I might as well get something else. So anyway, this is how Coach gets you, because there wasn't really anything on the website that was like $10, at least nothing that I wanted. But I saw this business card case, and this I think is manufactured by the outlet, but it's still a really nice piece. The leather feels really nice. Pebbling in the size kind of reminds me of my pocket organizer. Gosh, I love this so much. I love this piece so much. Like, not to sound morbid, but if someone asked me right now, if they said, okay, if you have to choose one wallet to be buried with, what wallet would you choose? I would pick this one. I love it so much. Like, I love it. Anyway, so what makes this the business card case is the opening right here. See how that's a little bit bigger of an opening, so you could put business cards in. Now, I do have business cards, but I don't think I've handed out one single business card in my life, or, well, at least not with my current position. I don't think I've ever used them at all, and so it's not like I have this business card lifestyle, but I like the concept of the case, and I think you can definitely use this as a card case, which I have used it as a card case at once. It just has kind of a bigger opening here, so if you had to carry some extra cards, you could put cash, or even, anyway, you could be kind of creative, like, because you have a little extra room here, so you could put some extra stuff in there. Alright, sorry, I was filming the video and my phone just got an alert, which is really annoying, and it just like cut the video off. So I wasn't gonna have to edit this, but I'm gonna have to edit it now. So anyway, it's like actually really annoying. But this is my haul. Try to make everything look nice. Anyway, there we go. I like it. It's just too like middle school girl. I don't know. I've got to find a different way to use it. But I guess this is more my vibe right here. These, well, and don't forget my LV, but this is all about Coach. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.